came here to live in America, but still I'm Arab. I'm proud of it. I can't say I'm not Arab. Even if my kids are born here, they should know they are Arab.
I mean, I can't say I'm an Arab. I was born and raised in the state of Virginia. You know, I'm a Southern girl, but I've always been, you know, very proud of my Egyptian background. It's not something that's distant to me. It's very close.
Well, it depends on how long you've been here. I've been here for a long time, so I am American. I spent more than 2/3 of my life here in America. So I'm American Palestinian.
I'm like in between. I cannot say I'm completely Arab because it's half of exactly my life here and half my life there. So it's very difficult to say which is which.
I mean, I like to call myself an Arab, but I mean, my father since birth, I mean, he's always said, like, you know, America's your country, this is the country you defend. But I mean, I still identify myself with Arab. I mean, just the other day, there was a soccer game, Egyptian soccer game. I was rooting for Egypt. But not that I wouldn't root for America. If America's in the World Cup, I root for America as well.
I don't even say I'm Arab American. I just say I'm Arabic, and you know, I don't like to consider myself American, even though I act like them.
I consider myself Muslim American. Yeah, more than an Arab American. Because I was born and raised here, I'm more relating with my American culture, my American side. Although Arab rooted in myself, it's more of who I am. You know, I'm more of a cupcake, Twinkies kind of guy, you know, so that's just, I can't take that out of myself. So.
Not really. They just understand the outside. They don't understand the deep inside of the culture. You just take transfer the bad things from here to there or from there to here.
There's a lot of stereotyping about who we are and what we are. I think there's a lot of room for learning about each other and building bridges, you know, mutual respect. I think there's a long way to go for there to be a good understanding of what Arab culture is all about.
Yeah, most of the people now, because of the school, students, I think most of the people now, yeah, understand Arab culture.
They think we're isolated. They think that we don't understand normal human life. They think of us as unusual. But you know, I know a lot of Americans, once they get to know us, they see, like once they have some Arabic friends, they see that we're pretty normal like them.
There is a lot of education that we need to do as an Arab American to reflect the beauty of our culture and our identity and the gifts that we can bring. And there's a lot of stereotyping that demonizes us as a people, and we need to break these barriers to share our culture and the richness of our culture and our family heritage that we bring with us to this country.
I wouldn't want it to be anywhere. I wouldn't expect it to be anywhere else. If it was, I'd be pretty shocked. It would make no sense.
It's going to be a problem to have the trial here because it's too many people who got affected from that. I think it's going to be a problem in New York if this happens. It should be away from here.
I really don't know whether they should be or not. This is not my decision to make, but they should have been put on trial. You know, anybody is entitled for his fair day in court, whether military court or civil court. He should have been tried already.
I honestly think that's a publicity stunt, and I think that neoconservatives who would like to make Khalid Sheikh Mohammed as representative of Arab and Muslim peoples will probably going to have a field day by the fact that his trial is in New York. That's not to say that I think that he should sit in Guantanamo Bay with no rights. I think that the U.S. has a justice system for a purpose, and it should be used.
Personally, I think that's up to the families of the 9/11 victims. You know, if they feel like they would want that trial over here, as far as like some sort of closure to have that for them, then it should be done here. If they don't want that, and I'm not sure if they do or not, but if they don't want that, then they shouldn't.
It hit us twice, actually. One, that we lost loved ones in the World Trade Center, but we were also victimized and harassed for the way we look and the language we speak. So it was like a double whammy for us, where we didn't have enough room to mourn the ones we lost. But at the same time, we were also harassed and attacked because the people who carried the attacks looked like us.
A lot of the way people saw me, that had a lot of impact. People felt uncomfortable around me. When I went to college, I felt the tension. Not a lot of people wanted to talk to me, especially the campus that I was on. But, you know, I'm thankful that I live in New York, and we live in a very diverse community, so a lot of people really, because of the diversity, they already understand that not all Arabs are like that.
I lost my job, 9/11. I was working right there, under the tower of the World Trade Center. I used to make coffee and breakfast there. When it happened like this, everybody have nothing after that. We lost jobs and cars.
Oh yeah, a lot. With my husband's business, people used to call us and curse and stuff, and like slow, nobody calls. Of course it affects us more than the Americans.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, it stays in there that there are those who will view me by looking at either my name or my wife, because she covers, that we might have some type of responsibility or intentions to allow something like that to happen.
We're slowly trying to break out of this darkness of ignorance and trying to show the American people that we are Americans just like them, and we like to enjoy the freedom that they enjoy in this country as well. And what's going on in the media, it's not the representation or the correct representations of Arabs in general or Muslims in general, and I feel like that's something that we're working on, and it's going to take time, but it's what we have to do.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely, I think it was created for that purpose alone. And anybody else who say anything different, I don't think he's telling the truth, or they're not telling the truth. The Patriot Act was created against the Muslims in this country.
Now Arabs who live in this country and who enjoy the same freedom as everyone else are being targeted because of their race or because of their religion. So this, of course, raises a problem for Arabs who live in this country because they don't feel like they're essentially having the same rights that a normal American would.
They asked all men from 22 different countries to register. Give me a break, you know. I did, you know, Lebanon is one of those countries. So imagine if I wasn't American citizen, I would have to go down and register at a time when I'm doing more than any average American to this country.
It affects me, yeah. I went to the American embassy to get my student visa. I was afraid. Oh my God, I want to do my master's, but I'm afraid maybe they're not gonna give me the visa because of my name, because of my country.
I think the Patriot Act in general just unfairly targets everybody, because the Patriot Act kind of, in my opinion, kind of spits in the face of like the wars that happened before. And we've had many wars before, the war on terrorism. And with every war we've had before, we've always conserved democracy.
Racial profiling to this day, I think it's a terrible idea. I think it can lead us places we don't want to go, and history has proven that time and time again. I think the way to stop violence is to really tackle it at the roots, and through education, through opening bridges of understanding, through changing the whole narrative about what violence is.